So, Jason, Stuart, and I have had a chance to talk about what we're looking forward to for this gathering. So I want to pose the question to you, Jason. What are you looking forward to?
Well, for this gathering, Ken, I appreciate that question. First of all, I mean, it's just going to be a really beautiful setting. Charlevoix, Michigan, on the lake. Probably we'll have nature will be blooming because it'll be getting into, what'll it be? Late April, so we're into spring, so it'll just be this beautiful nature going on, and the lake, and hanging out at a beautiful house and property with some good friends, and just the whole atmosphere of that. The natural beauty, I guess, is the first thing I'd like to emphasize, because it's so cool. Northern Michigan, I mean, you live in such an amazingly beautiful place, and that's just it's a setting when musicians write, it's like they thrive off of a setting. You can't just put them in a dingy old room, and I mean, unless you're writing some underground punk or something, you can't just put them in a dingy old room. You got to have a good setting, and so the atmosphere will be amazing. So
I feel bad for punk musicians right now, because you're stereotyping punk musicians.
Yeah, what's wrong with the studio space that's dark?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, dark and dingy, dirty.
Okay, mine's not dingy.
Everywhere,
I've got a specific...
Maybe an old house, the basement of an old house.
I've got a specific candle burning.
Yeah, see,
specific candle burning.
And let me say, I do like punk. I might be able to get something out of that
specific
underground
lights.
Atmosphere. I actually do. But this project that we're doing, and another thing I'm looking forward to is what we're going to be writing, which is some worship music. And so it's probably not your underground punk setting. It's more of a beautiful setting where nature, get inspired by nature, creation, and getting inspired.
But what if we wrote underground punk in this setting?
It might. We might have some clashing of aesthetic clashes.
This is confusing, Jason, right now. But hey, you have been to Charlevoix, so with me. Whenever you came to visit, so you know what it looks like there.
I have not been there.
Stuart has not been there. Brent hasn't been there. Kurt and I have been there, and Jason, but everyone else, this will be a new experience. That's good.
Yeah, I've been there.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to going back for sure. That's another thing. Just looking forward to going back up there. It'll be an amazing experience.
And we'll have a whole week to do this. A whole week to hang out, write songs, record songs, eat food, which you and Stuart are the cooks.
Chefs. We're the chefs. Yes, we're going to be sautéing all the time.
I think Stuart will be the chef, and you will be the sous chef.
Sous chef?
Sous chef.
Yeah, you'll be the sous chef.
He doesn't know, so
chef?
Obviously he's going to be the sous
you don't
chef.
know what a sous chef is? Well, you're going to have to look it up for yourself. Okay, so let's move on. I want to move on to something else here. So, Stuart, let's talk about our favorite memories of Jason.
Okay.
And maybe little-known facts.
Okay, my favorite memory that I can share on here is, so when Jason was in high school, now this is late 90s, early 2000s. Jason had a Ford Probe. A blue Ford Probe. 1993, I think 93 Ford Probe?
93, yeah.
Yeah, 93. And we lived in South Dakota, and we were driving to my house, and he got stuck in the snow. And not only did he get stuck in the snow, but he got stuck in I remember it as a pretty small snowdrift. And there was cement all around us. So imagine Ford Probe stuck on a snowdrift, cement all around, and he's like, hang on a second, I got a shovel. I'll come right back. And he went and got his shovel out of his trunk, and it was this little kid's toy shovel.
Hey, you gotta.
What are you gonna do with that?
You gotta be ready for every circumstance when you're in a 93 Ford Probe. You never know I mean, it could get stuck on a little curb. You got to be ready.
There was
to go.
cement everywhere, all around us.
Wow.
Tiny shovel, 93 Ford probe. But we made it. Here we are. We didn't die, so we must have made it.
I wouldn't underestimate the strength of the kid's shovel. You know, they make them. See, it's like they don't make them like they used to. Back when we were young, we were younger. It was like a really long time ago because we were getting old. So it's like they made the shovels really nice then. So now they'd probably be too flimsy. I guess, So
what's the age difference here between you two?
Jason is 38 and I'm 40.
Whoa.
Yep, we met in high school.
Okay.
I graduated in 2001.
Okay.
So I'm about to turn 39 in just a couple days, and Ken's birthday is my birthday as well.
That's right. We share the same birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this video footage might come out after your birthdays, so then my answer would be incorrect.
So, one of my favorite memories, I shouldn't say the favorite, but one of my favorite memories of Jason is when we went to Vermont. And I was recording with Will Ackerman at Will Ackerman's studio, and Stuart kind of shoved Jason into my car and said, "Go with Ken," because Jason was staying with Stuart and Sarah, who were newlyweds.
Jason didn't want to go because he was working on his Northerner album.
Yeah, but he worked on this Northerner album in the car because he had a little pad, and
at the hotel.
And at the hotel, and then he had his iPad,
first gen
logos, and he had a little practice pad. He had
GarageBand.
Yep.
But this is a little known fact about Jason. Little known fact. Jason is a closet 80s rocker. Some people think he's hardcore. And he can do the double kick like nobody can do it. But he is an 80s rocker because he really wanted to listen to Europe, the final countdown. In the car, as we're talking. So he's an 80s closet rocker.
Can I add one more memory?
Yeah.
Because Jason did this, it reminded me when we were young, 93 Ford probe days, we would do, this was the metal signal, right? This was the metal signal. But then back then, emo was really popular. So the opposite of metal was emo. You gotta be careful of this one when you're driving. But we would
not something you want to share.
And then what we would do is we would, how does it work?
Careful.
We would out one hand of the window, because we wouldn't always be in the same car. We would have one window here, out the other window over here. So it was like a big metal hand signal.
Yep. Huge metal signal with the car in between.
Also, Jason loves orchestra music.
Oh, Siri found something.
Soundtracks.
Siri found something too.
Classical.
Soundtracks.
Some classical, some Rachmaninoff, some Mozart, some Beethoven.
So
you
are a well-rounded musician.
I would say so. Yeah, I mean, soundtracks, you got the Inception soundtrack, you got National Treasure, you got The Village. These are some good soundtracks.
You're a scholar, drummer, musician, and a lover of all kinds of genre in music. Boy, I wonder what you're going to do when we get together. What you're going to bring to the table.
I mean, I'll probably just kind of sit around and wait for you guys to write something and then put the drums to it. So, I mean, that's probably what I'll do.
No, you're going to jump in on some of the lyric writing as well.
You think I should grab my guitar? Because Stu gave me
one finger. Yeah, one finger solos. We're going to need some one finger solos in this.
I mean, it keeps it simple. People like minimalism nowadays.
Yeah. We got one more question before we wrap it up, right, Ken?
Yep. So the last question is, what is it, Stuart?
Well, here's the deal. C.S. Caulfield
Oh, that's right.
And I'm the one with the notes, huh?
Oh wait, can we cut? Can we cut this? I'm gonna take a bite.
No, it's part of the thing. It's just
Can we cut
we
right
just
now?
we just
We
we
gotta-
just we just we just
we
go.
gotta
We just
cut.
go. We just
Yeah.
we just go. We're
I
almost
gotta-
done. We are almost done.
Okay.
C.S. Caulfield and J.C. Monroe are going to be in one room at the same time, right? And
C.S. Monroe and
D.S.
Caulfield.
and they are both scholars of C.S. Lewis, Tolkien, all that kind of stuff. In fact,
Yep.
Ken, what Kurt is on some sort of like board or society or
Yes, he is part of the largest C.S. Lewis festival in the world. It's hosted in Petoskey, right down the road from where I live. He is on the board of directors for that event.
and Jason has like I thought it was a degree in Inkling Studies. Apparently that's not a thing.
Nope.
But some sort of emphasis in Inkling Studies or something that he can share. But he is hardcore C.S. Lewis and Tolkien. Hardcore.
Man,
Jason has been to Oxford.
been to Oxford.
Getting
Yes.
those two together in the same room. Ken,
Boom.
you, me, and Brent, we'll just be flies on the wall.
We'll be,
No
I
idea
mean,
what they're talking about.
We'll have to have, it'll have to be a discussion out on the second story, third story porch overlooking the beautiful Charlevoix Lake. So.
I'll make sure to take some video of it because I'm not going to know what the heck they're talking about.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see.
You might know.
I mean, I've heard a lot of you talk about stuff, so maybe.
I mean, I know, Stu, you've read Prince Caspian, or at least listened to the audiobook.
Mhm.
At least listen to the audiobook.
I've read all of
seen
them.
the movies.
And Ken, you've quoted G.K. Chesterton, who is a closely related influence on C.S. Lewis and Tolkien. So,
Yep, I have.
so you guys will be, you'll be right there. You'll be engaged.
Yeah, I'll be right there. It'll
Yeah.
be fine. It'll be fine. All right, let's wrap it up, boys. See ya.